perimenopause,
Yeah,
menopause, when does it start, and so on.
sure. So let's talk about why females go through menopause. Like, that's not something I've fully understood or I
Right.
thought real hard about. I just knew it was something that happened, right? So it turns out females are born with all of our eggs. Males make the eggs are germ cells in like medical terms, and the male germ cells are the spermatids, right? In the male milieu. They make their stuff fresh every day from puberty until death. Okay. It gets a little harder as they get older, but they can still do it, right? Females, we are born with our stocked pond of eggs. And the maximum amount of eggs we have is actually 5 months inside of our mother's wombs when we're still developing, right? And then the eggs start to go through a process called atresia, which we don't understand very well. From the moment those first eggs are formed. So by the time we're born, we're already down to 1 to 2 million eggs on average. By the time we're 30, we're down to about 10% of our egg supply. And by the time we're 40, we're down to 3%. Menopause represents no more eggs. And when we run out of eggs, we cannot produce around the eggs or something called granulosa cells and think lutein cells, which produce our sex hormones in the form of estradiol and progesterone and about half of our testosterone. So perimenopause begins when we reach a critical threshold in our egg supply where the signals, so why do we ovulate each month? So most women have seen the hormone monthly curve where we have a spike of estrogen mid-cycle and then progesterone kind of rises after, and the stimulating hormones coming from the brain have rise and falls as well. And for a healthy woman, we get this very EKG-like, predictable, repeatable cycle month after month after month after month, unless we're pregnant or have some metabolic, issue going on that disrupts that. Okay, or on birth control or something. So perimenopause is when we reach the egg level, the quality and the number of eggs is so low that the stimulating signals coming from the brain stop working as well. And so the brain is like getting aggravated. Where's my estrogen? I need more estrogen. So it's sending out bigger, harder, faster signals, almost like the TSH rising in hypothyroidism. Exactly the same thing happens until it forces that ovulation. And so then the progesterone never kind of gets to where it was before, like in the premenopausal years. And so the average age of like the end of the eggs is about age 50 to 51 in the US. It's different for different genetics, for different areas of the world. A lot feeds into it. But here in the US, it's about 51. Peri begins typically 7 to 10 years before that. So normal menopause is still, women go through at different ages. So 45 to 55 is under the normal curve. And let's back that up 7 to 10 years. So, for perimenopause, so it's completely reasonable for a 35-year-old woman to have symptoms related to the loss and decline of her estrogen or the fluctuations that are happening in perimenopause.